Okay, so what we're trying to do here is create a series of shapefiles for every jurisdiction within the state. One shapefile for every jurisdiction that basically contains the relevant data, so that you can send those shapefiles to the respective jurisdictions and ask them to make corrections, basically, on ownership, I believe.
On ownership and um, I, yeah, I think ownership basically.
Okay. So figured out a way to do this with FME that would be a lot less laborious than doing it with really what amounts to a more process in GeoMedia. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with in FME like we do with everything, which is bring in the source data. So to do that, you press this Add Reader button, is this guy right here. First thing you got to do is tell it what kind of source data you're working with. In this case, it's going to be GeoMedia Access Warehouse, which, by the way, Aaron sent me yesterday.
It wasn't yesterday, Adam. Last Friday.
It wasn't? Ah, last Friday. All right, then.
I'm just kidding. Same thing.
I'm propagating inaccurate information. Okay, let's see here. This is just where I'm storing this stuff. Route seg by jurisdiction. All right, here's the file.
By the way, this is the same data that HIP created, and we've been using it just for April and Quinn. No, this is the same data, same graph catalog that we've been using.
Okay. Are we going to need this for anything? Let's see. We'll need cities, counties, districts, boundaries, right? And
yeah,
and the routes catalog. Do we need any of this stuff for anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. So here's the line routes catalog. This represents the jurisdictions. And let's just go ahead and, well, no, let's start building the transformation. So really the key to making this work is going to be called a fan out, and you'll see in a minute. But the term fan out in GeoMedia, I'm sorry, in FME, it basically means that you're designating one target output data source or one target data set, but it creates a separate file based on some configuration that we define. And that's going to be the key to making this thing work. Also, is we need a line on area overlay or transformer, because what that does is it basically isolates the lines that are relevant to any one area within this layer. So here we go, line on area overlayer. So these are the lines, these are the areas.
How did you make the little box show?
I just started typing.
Oh, you just type and then it just show?
Yep.
Okay.
If when I first started using FME, what I would do is I would search through the transformers in here too. Like you can look at the categorized list of transformers. You can kind of think of this as like our toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all the different kinds of transformers are categorized, and you can kind of look through them and think about what you want to use.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I knew exactly what I was looking for, so I was able to just if you just start typing it, it gives you options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the output of this will, I guess, go to a shapefile. So the writer is going to be S3 shapefile. The target location, I'm just going to put in C temp. Let's make a folder of just routes by jurisdiction. Just copying that. Oh, actually, I guess I don't have to do that. Just do that. Select folder. Great. Routes by jurisdiction. That's where the output will go. We're going to make the shapefile definition automatic. So basically what it'll do is it'll take the attributes, I believe from here, and just, okay, for now it's not giving us any, that's all right. But if I do this, so take the lines that are output, oh, there we go. Okay, so if I just press the go button right now, basically what would happen is that every line from the routes catalog would inherit the attributes of the jurisdiction that it overlaps. And maybe it would be beneficial to real quick.
You define the parameters overlap here.
Yeah. Yes. Well, actually, you know, here's what it does. It's not the same as GeoMedia exactly. Like we were talking yesterday about how what you want it to do is select the entirety of a line. It'll actually clip at the boundaries. It'll literally clip, which I don't think is a problem for what you're trying to accomplish.
Well, if it clipped, then the LS measure is no longer valid.
Yeah, that's okay. They're not modifying LRS measures. They're just telling you whether the attribute is accurate or not.
But I'm just afraid that when I look at it, I think in now a meeting earlier, we want to keep it the same, whatever we have to give it to them, and then if they break it, they will tell us they break it. But if they don't break the line, then LS measure is valid when we get a file from them.
Yeah, but I don't think it matters because they're not modifying measures. They're not even looking at measures. In fact, I would go so far as to say is you don't even want to give them measures.
But I'm just afraid that if they take the endpoint and beginning point, endpoint, they do subtraction or something, and then they assume that is a length of segment, which is not correct. And I'm afraid, like, you know, when you have a section with L measure from 0 to 10 and 10 miles or no 5 miles, but the actual segment geometry is only less than half mile. I don't want to give them a wrong impression that LS measure is 5 miles, but the geometry is only half mile.
Okay, so don't give them the measures.
Oh, so you mean you create a new measure?
No, just don't give them measures at all. You'll still have the record ID, but they don't need to see those measures.
I think what Aaron trying to say is that we want the city and county to verify the length of the segment that belong to the city and county. For example, if the A street is 2 mile long, and they say okay, it's only belong to them 0.5 mile, and the another 1.5 mile belong to different cities. You know what I mean? That's why we give them the whole piece of the overlap, so that they're gonna identify where is exactly belong to that city or county.
If it go outside the boundary. So, but this is go back to this. So, breaking a line at the boundary is the only option we have if we're using FME.
it's not no, that's not the only option. It's the easiest option.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
So question. Let's say if
Yeah.
the FME is split the line. I mean, it break the line right at the boundary. Would FME gonna generate the LS measure at that point or no?
No. Actually, it could.
Mm-hmm. If it break
Do
and
we
it
want
give
it to
us
do
the
that?
if it break and it give us the LS, then we okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah. It could, but that's going to make the workspace a lot more complicated. I'll tell you what. This is what I have in mind as the next easiest thing to do is to use a feature merger. This is just like a database join, and do something like this. Oops. So what will happen is this will just identify all the records that match, and then coming out of here, would be just the stuff that's directly in here. So how do I put this? Record ID. So this is just like a database join. So what we'll see are just the stuff that this line will give us the pre-broken version. And you know what? It's not even that, it's referenced. No, but then we don't get the attributes. You know, let's just stick with my original plan. And I know that we can do some things to make it a little bit more complex to get what you're aiming for. But this is what I've got working right now. This will push you a long ways there.
Yeah. Well, so I thought I'd make it clear to you last Friday that we want to get the overlap segment.
You did make that clear. What I also I think I misunderstood was that it's okay for it to be broken at the boundaries. And it was also my understanding that the measures themselves were completely irrelevant to the workflow that the cities would be using with the data.
So let's say if we have one segment, it was split right at the boundary. Is that come out two different segments?
Yeah, two separate segments would come out the other side.
Oh, okay.
And what I'm arguing is that we could just remove begin and end measure as stuff that we deliver to them. Like they would never even see that. There. And length too should also be on.
So if we don't give it when we get the shape file back from them, then we have to put the measure back for all the segment.
Well, that's okay.
Because that I don't know how
those measurements are inherent in the geometry.
So when it's split, would it give us the lat long coordinate information?
Yes.
Okay, Aaron, I think we can work around it.
Yeah.
When we get the lat long, we can just dissect back, and then we get the measures.
Yep.
Yeah, that works. I agree. If to be honest, I really want to. I thought we really want to cut at the boundary, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because the problem is we didn't know how to regenerate the LS measure and how to tie back to the master catalog. So that's why we decide to go with the overlap option.
Right.
But if we can do that, cut it right boundary and create the get the lat long and run it, get the LS measure, and that works for us. I mean, there's maybe a better option.
Yeah, I think as soon as we have the coordinates, so we can just tie back to our April route.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Mm. Yeah,
Okay,
bye.
keep working.
Keep going.
Okay, cool. So now in the configuration of the shapefile output, we can do this thing where it says fan out dataset. We're going to say yes. And we have to put in an expression that tells us how to fan it out. And what we're going to do is say that the county and jurisdiction, is that in here somewhere?
Yes, I think so.
District?
Cities. It says city. City.
I'm going to say county city. Let's see if that works. And we're going to use an expression to name the shape files where we say county underscore city route. So county name or county? Do you know which offhand?
I think county is the number, and county name is spelling out the county name.
County to the code. In the county name, I think.
It's spelled out.
Yeah, spell out.
You know what? Let's just go look.
You have to.
All right, we're talking about this. All right, city and county. This is what we're looking at, right? And then all that other stuff must be from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might be tricky for the county role because you for the county role, maintain role, it's coded as a TO, regardless of what county it is.
Well, no, only in areas where it's unincorporated.
You see, if different.
No, this is okay because Contra Costa County, CO, means the unincorporated portions of Contra Costa County.
Okay. So if you use county and then you use a city, that works. Okay.
Yeah, you have to have both.
Okay.
So, all right. You know what? Let me go back to here. The fan out thing.
Up.
Lost my place. Is it up? You see it?
Right there. Yeah.
Fan, oh, there we go. All right. County and city. Okay, that's promising. And let's, it might be as simple as this. Now let's, the shapefile name, let's go with county, actually use expression builder.
Is that concatenate the word, the word of county dash city?
Yeah, that's concatenating. Let me look at my example here real quickly, make sure I get this right. Okay, no group by items. All right. So, all right, as a test, I'm going to limit. Let me save this before I do something dumb and accidentally erase it. Okay, as a test, I'm going to limit my input data to 1,000 rows.
We do 10,000. Maybe we get one city. Okay.
Well, it'll just take the first 10,000 routes.
Yeah. Yeah, I
and
know.
compare it against. So, all right, let's run this.
That's the fun part here. No
It
error.
didn't read any. It didn't read these. It didn't work. But okay, let's see if it partially worked. Routes by jurisdiction. All right. Yeah, it's not I think I picked the wrong.
Do you want that a few?
Oh, yeah. You know what? These guys. You know what I'm going to do is use an attribute remover here. I'm going to get rid of attributes that are confusing from here. Attributes to remove. Let's get rid of city, county name. That's everything. And the other thing we have to do is make it read this first. So how about max features to read per feature type? So 10,000. There, this is better. So what we had here is max features to read. This applied to all feature types, all input features, and it didn't read any of these. Let's try again.
The county name in the output, that red.
Yeah, it won't work anymore because I removed it. Here, I'll remove it from here too. But we'll still have county and city. This should have county. Therefore, this output has county here. All right, let's run this again. Oh, and I need to delete. There's about 500 records in here, right?
I think so. We have 400 something cities.
Okay,
485 city and then well, 58 county.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So what's the vintage of this data? Routes catalog data. Is it from the August deliverable from last year, or the April deliverable, or April?
Yes.
That's the one from Oracle database that you repair for us.
Okay.
And then
I noticed some of the attribute names make me think that it's from an earlier version.
No,
like route ID, for example.
We changed this. We changed the some of the this is snapshot, so we changed the route ID instead of like LS key or something.
Yeah.
We changed this because we if you look at it, we have F system ownership information in there.
Yeah.
So we transferred ownership from last year to this file.
Gotcha.
From last
okay.
data. So yeah.
All right, look at that. It just did all the computation, pushing this through. See, there's a few more. There's 200 more records now coming out because of those splits. And here you go. Each shapefile in its own folder, although...
Yeah, for the file is so small.
Yeah, files are really small. That's concerning.
Yeah.
let me just see which one is big. Let's look at Humboldt, Eureka. That's believable. Here. Remember that we just did it. We only did this on 10,000 records of the like 1.5 or 2.5 million or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and those records are randomly spread throughout the state.
Yeah, I agree. It depends on the order of the line.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be. I mean, doesn't mean in the same. You grab everything in the same city or same county.
Right. So routes by jurisdiction. Here's all the folders we just created and put files into Humboldt, Eureka.
Oh. So the program create a folder.
There. Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
There you go. And let's look at the attributes. So where's ownership? Is that
Yeah. It's nothing.
right? Is that what you expect to see?
What your niche, the original ownership file look like? Huh? I don't know. Oh, this alley.
Huh?
These
they're all alleys.
Yeah, alley. So that should be city ownership. 0? What does it mean 0?
I don't know. Here, let's go.
We don't know which one is the one that the FME created and which one is the original one from the rail catalog.
FME created what you're looking at here in ArcMap.
Well, these should be same as the information from the original file. They should be same. They just cut. All they do is they cut the data within the battery. They should not change anything.
Yeah, that's right. So does it look like it's been changed?
I'm not sure 0. What it means 0? Maybe that's what we have in database. That for unidentified ownership record 0.
Well, this ownership is null.
I see. You know, R0 is null.
Yeah, unidentified.
Oh.
Okay.
I think we should delete all the null values.
You think?
Oh, because it's alley, so that's why.
That's the part of their maintainer could be. So we don't wanna. So for us, we know that 0 is it means no. That means unidentified.
Mhm. Do you want me to? You know what we can do is set this so that yeah, that's weird that nulls come across as. I wonder if we can just say null. I assume you prefer. Well, what do you deal if it just stays null?
If it's no, then they're gonna put, if the CD they review, they put the information there.
Yeah.
But right now, I think we should keep it blank.
Okay, so let me see if I can fix that. So attribute. What attribute keeper does. No. Um, if value is null, or if value map to null. Maybe that's what we need.
Hey, Aaron, when we send the data shapefile to city and counties, I think we should leave all the ownership, city and counties blank.
Yeah, and then
so
they
that they
will.
can fill in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blank is missing. That means need their attention.
Well, is that what you're saying, Quinn? Or are you saying that for all of them, even the ones you think you know?
I
No,
mean all of them. And for city
wait,
and county though. But for the federal, I think we should keep it.
I think even city and county, we should keep whatever we have, and then they revise it, because whatever we have might already correct, and they don't they don't have to change it, but they only change the one that is not correct. Oh, that's what I'm thinking. But if I think that's what I have created for. That's why we brought in the last year ownership that we identify.
I have a question for you guys. I see. There's ownership code and there's ownership name. I see.
That's good option, but I thought that's what we want to do, so that's why I have brought in the ownership from last year for everything. Hmm.
I think it's okay if we leave it there. But it's
And
better if to let them confirm and fill in for their own area. Because if we leave them there, and if they cannot identify that street belong to what, they're gonna leave it just like it as is, like whatever we gave it to them.
mm, okay,
But
I think for now, for now, let's keep it the way that
yeah,
we have. Let the help come back, then we discuss more on this, whether we
okay,
should take it down. And then if we want to take it out, it's just a matter of when we have this
You just change it over here and rerun it.
yeah, when we have this workflow set up, then we can decide what to maintain, retain, what to remove.
okay.
Or just we that one click. Okay.
All right. So ownership code. I don't know. Hopefully that'll help. Now, if I remember, Hip, there were some records in here that you actually wanted to remove. You wanted to remove ramps, for example?
Yes, we want to remove RAM, state highways, and state highway spur.
All right. So attributes filter by, I think it's going to have to be,
Route type.
Yeah, route type.
Possible attribute values. No, let's use a tester. Actually, there's an even better way to do this. We can go, since we're reading out of an Access database as opposed to a shapefile or something, I think we can apply, yes, a where clause. So we can apply a where clause on the source data. I guess it would be on this source data. And this will be where route type in, let's just,
I think not in.
stop me if I'm, yeah, either not in or whatever. Let's just see what the route types are and make sure. So what do we want to remove of these? Actually, or let's just ask. I find it's better to write statements that are explicit about what you want rather than writing statements about what you don't want. It's just easier to read down the line.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it's just a kind of a style thing for me. But, all right. So let's talk about what we do want. Do we want alleys?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. All right. Do we want ramps? No. Do we want rounds? No.
Yes.
Roundabout?
SHS?
No roundabout?
Oh.
Yes, roundabout.
We want roundabout.
Okay. Do we want the highway system?
Not that one. Not that one. Next one will be street.
We want the rest.
Right.
Yes, that's correct. We want the rest.
Well, I'm not sure you do. Isn't there? Oh yeah. I guess yeah. Not bad. Okay. Street spur. It's possible to do this with a transformer as well, but the advantage, it's a little bit faster to do it this way, to let the database do the lifting. Okay. Should we let's look at the data over here one more time. Is there anything else we want to do to process the data in some way?
Can you say it again?
Is there anything else? Like, is there anything else about the output that you don't like? Like, I guess all these zeros are.
Oh, you mean the output we don't like? Yeah, a bunch of output we don't want to put in there, like the edit TMS.
The what? Edit. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's get rid of all that stuff.
Wait, well, let's see.
Slim this thing down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, wait. Can you go back to the attribute table? This one. Let me see which one we don't want. Oh, we only want from beginning up to route type. That's all we no, wait. We want ownership. This is messed up.
Okay.
We either keep ownership name or ownership code. This is, ownership name, ownership code is the same thing.
Yeah, so up to route type. Anything after route type, we excluded. That's Hibernite. Yeah, Hibernite. That time we rearranged the attribute table to.
How about the county code? The county. Do you want to keep the county? CD. Yeah. Let's move the county back.
It doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah. We can. Yeah. We can keep county, keep CD, keep county, and route type.
Okay.
Anything.
Maybe I'll just move.
Since the FME gonna break the line anyway, should we just delete the begin and end coordinate then? Because we have to regenerate the coordinate anyway, right?
I would, yeah. Can we keep it and create a new one? I just want to do a test whether when FME break it, they generate. I wanna compare the beginning and end coordinate.
Okay.
I want to do some comparison. But we don't have to keep it for the final version. If we compare that, we see the two programs generate the same coordinate. Then I trust. Then we can delete one. We delete the one from True Media. But if they're totally different, then I would question.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm coming from?
You just have to make sure. Yeah, I do. I'll just say this: the issue may not be the software. The issue, if you find different coordinates, the problem might not be the software. It might be the configuration, because one could be lat long with WGS84, and the other is lat long with NAT83, or it could be a true measurement versus a projected measurement. It could be there's a lot of factors that could
modify
the coordinates just slightly.
If we don't want to do comparison, I think we can delete it now and then use
No,
the
no,
that
Mhm.
83.
I would say just send this, not a lot of space. Just keep it for your check later.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good, when you see how the difference
Mm-hmm.
or the performance between the two programs.
Yeah. Okay. Want to run this 10,000 rows and see how things. And then if we like it, then we'll remove the constraint and I'll send it on to you to run on your own system. All right, going back here, I'm going to just delete.
Adam, I have
Yeah.
one. I want to have before we run the. I think hey Quinn, I think let's say if this workflow works and meet our expectation, what we want, I think
Mm-hmm.
we will run this not entire state by district level. Each of us will use this to run its respective district assigned district
Mm-hmm.
file. And but before we actually run this, Adam, I really want to complete one small county. Make sure that the FME produce something that we're looking for, or is exactly that what we're looking for. Make sure the file from FME it's reliable, and that'll work. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, should we run one demo, one small county, or that really really tiny county like Napa County? I think that's tiny.
Yeah. The easiest thing to do would be to just go into Access and delete all the records in this table
Hmm.
that are not in a given county. Because you already have a county attribute, right?
Hmm.
In there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me, yeah. Did you go in here, copy of the database, go into that table, delete all the records except for those in one county, and then just run the whole thing?
Yeah.
Can we
Okay.
do the filter straight in FME?
Yeah, it's possible.
We want to do it over and over again if we want to check each individual file.
Yeah.
We just want to do it to make sure with the output is what we want, and then after the test is done, is correct. This is the file that we need. Then we can apply that workflow to our districts. But the first thing before we use the program, as me, I always check it whether the output is correct or not. I trust you, Adam.
Yeah.
I trust you. But it's
Oh no. So I understand. It's a good
No,
idea.
it's good that we can do it. We can filter in FME so that in the future, if we want to do something, we know how to filter it out. Instead of every single tab, we have to go to Access and filter it out.
But the thing is, the whole point of this workflow is to, I mean, it is doing the filtering. But it's let's see, it's basically pinning polygon attributes onto your line attributes with this. So let's run this test and then we'll move on to the next one. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay. Hey, yeah,
Right.
the check can do after work. I think the program run right now. Did you eliminate, remove the attribute that we don't want? Have you filtered those
Yes.
out? Okay, that's one. Another thing is we want to add the coordinate to the output that reflect the NAT 83. And one more
Okay.
thing is in our original catalog, we have the length there. We want to recalculate that length to make, because the CD we're using, there was some of the length to calculate the maintained mileage within the boundary. So if we break the route and the still carry the say the old length,
Mm-hmm.
that'll be issue. So if we break we remove the LS measure already the length, we need to recalculate length. So the output, the two things in the output that we need to do is to get the lat beginning and end coordinate as well as the calculated length. Or we can, or
Okay.
if we dissect, hey Quinn, after we get the lat long from this, are we going to dissect right away, or we only dissect when we get the data back from the CD?
No, I would.
Only after.
No, it doesn't matter, I guess.
But if we dissect beginning, then we can get the length after we do dissect. But if we do it after, then make sure when we send the file to the CD, the file should have a length, geometry length, or then.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
mean, we can do a small county like you said earlier and do the test with the LS as well to make sure all the LS measures is sum up it to have total as the original LS. Then if we know it's the same, then it's go ahead and we send them the lat long, and then we redissect after we get all the information from city and counties.
Output, can we get the length and output files, Adam?
I think we have to generate from lat long.
The geometry output. Yeah, we created lat
Yeah,
long and then geometry output as well.
but let's see, we're working in a well, let's just see. Length calculator.
It projected, then you can calculate, but I'm not sure if it's geographic. You can calculate the
Yeah,
length.
I'm not so sure either.
I've usually it's only projected coordinate that you can calculate geometry, but if not projected, then
It's not projected. I mean, we could reach it.
because length is something that we definitely need. That we need a length for the city to sum up their maintain mileage.
So this will add processing, and this will make this take a lot longer. But it's possible to do a reprojector. Come on.
But then if that we calculated, you have to know which in California we have set zone.
Original source destination coordinate system. Oh, that's interesting. So, sorry, work with me a second here.
No, it's good. It's good. We just work together on
so
this.
I'm getting length, two-dimensional length, multiplied by 1. Original length is going to be whatever length 1. Okay. Original line length is going to be length 1. I don't know about coordinate system is this.
What LL84?
Yeah, lat long 84.
Oh, 84.
And,
oh, that
and
is
then
that GCS 84.
yeah,
GCS.
and then yeah, 83 teal for California. What the hell, line angle? I don't. Not there.
What the heck is that?
Angle. You're kind of source coordinate system. I don't know how to calculate this.
Oh man. Yeah. Can you put
All right, the only other alternative I know would be when we project reprojector. And we project to teal. By the way, I'm going with teal just because that's the point you good with that?
Um,
Yeah.
we have to see the
And
wood.
I want to get to a thousandth of a mile. It just doesn't much. Meters though. Oh.
They should have somewhere.
Yeah. It's okay. You can. It's just
What?
math.
This mile. I thought they have the convert the mile version.
It's okay. You could. It's just a mathematical equation. They convert meters to miles. So it's all right. Not like reprojection of the Earth's ellipsoid kind of thing. Oh, we can limit what we reproject. So if we put length back, can we take length? Where? Length is here, right? Yeah. Did we remove it here? No. LENGTH.
We don't have length. Oh.
What I'm trying to do, guys, is figure out how to limit the records that we reproject to only those 208 records that are actually split. So we're not reprojecting everything, all 10,000 input records. Does that make sense?
Can you said you limit reproject only
on those that break?
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we know what's breaking. Well, now wait a minute. This will tell us if we keep the overlap. So okay, so good. Delete the tester. So there's a if overlap.
The first one, the overlap.
Overlaps. Okay, so where is, okay, that's it.
I think there's a first bracket.
There we go. Is greater than 1. Now, if it equals 1, then go ahead and pass. If it fails, then we reproject. We calculate length. Okay. We reproject, and then we calculate length, and the output is going to be length. And we do this. that make sense?
So from the beginning, you set whatever light that overlap right at the boundary, then we're gonna capture them all. Um, so why do the light break when it's overlap? Because we already set the condition, like we take all the overlaps,
Mm-hmm.
but then the FME still break at the overlap.
Yeah.
Okay, so every time they see the overlap, they will break the line and projected the line.
Yes, we'll reproject. Oh, reproject it back.
Project it back.
Reproject again.
There.
Don't quite to get it.
Can you
You
explain
get?
like the overview for each step, like from the left
Yeah,
to
sure.
the right? Yeah, so we understand
Okay.
each step.
So from here and here to here, all we're doing is saying, okay, for every line that overlaps, for every route segment that overlaps a city or county, like make that line segment inherit the attributes of the city or county that it overlaps. One of the attributes that comes out of overlap, or of this overlayer, is something that says, okay, how many individual polygons does every given segment actually overlap? 99 times out of 100, or probably more than that, it's going to be one. So one segment, one jurisdiction. But in rare cases, it's more than one, and in those cases, it gets split. So we can identify what gets split by anything where this overlaps attribute is greater than 1. So anyhow, that's a thing. All right, and this null attribute mapper was just an attempt to make the zeros turn into nulls for the codes. I'm not going to test it. So, okay, at this point, this tester is just saying, okay, in the 999 cases out of 1,000 where there's a simple one-to-one relationship between the segment, the route segment, and the jurisdiction, go ahead and just populate it into here with the length attribute that it originally had. In the rare case where it fails this test, reproject to teal, calculate length.
Mm-hmm.
And we should probably add a multiplier that'll here. Let's tell you real quickly. Meters to miles. Give. Oops. Try that again. Meters to mile. Okay, so 1 meter equals that many miles, all right? So I'm going to copy that. And go back to here. There. Okay, so reproject to just to teal, calculate length in teal miles, then reproject the geometry back to lat long at 83, push the data back, and here, and the attribute is length. So basically, the calculated length will push into here for these failed tests. Does that give you what you need, Quinn?
Yes, I get it. So you set the condition the overlap equal 1, then it pass, then it will reject and it goes straight to the output. If it fails,
Mm-hmm.
then it will calculate the length of the segment, and then
Yep.
we project all the begin and end that long of that segment in output, right?
Yep.
So my question is,
Got it.
when the length calculator, the does the system, I mean, does FME know which one is begin point and end point to reproject the point?
Doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. It reprojects the whole geometry right here. And then calculates the length of the geometry in that reprojected space.
Mm-hmm.
And then after it's gone through that work, then it reprojects back to the original projection.
Okay. Yeah, let's try to see.
Okay.
All right, hit burn.
Go.
Cross finger. I don't know. We spent half an hour on this. Wait, stop. It's not running.
It's the. Oh, it's running. It's just thinking.
Yeah, we put
We
in.
have we set 10,000 records to run, and if the output more than 10,000 records, those records was split, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wonder, do we have any segment that cross over like 3 boundary or something like that?
And it'll work. It'll work in this case. If that happens, it'll work.
Okay.
We'll have some rows that sort of follow a tree, and they kind of weave in and out.
Mm-hmm. So if overlap is not equal 1, then it will do the work.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. So 1, that means no breaking.
Yeah.
By adding within a boundary. Greater than 1, I mean that cross the boundary and the system will break. And then if at 1, then it will inherit the length, the previous length. But if not passing that condition, it will reproject and recalculate the length and then back to the system. Okay.
All right. Interesting. It's not exactly what I did.
Looks like it's not a lot of overlaps. Only 104 segment overlap.
Yeah.
104. That's like over 1,000. It looks like it.
It's
208.
208 divided by 2 because one segment is cut by 2.
Right.
So it means 104 segment.
Right.
Yeah. That's true.
So, it'll be interesting to see what's going on with those that came through here.
Yeah, that's something weird.
It break. So what that means? Oh, I know. So what? 104.
It should be 10,000 or less on the pass, but it's over 10,000.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I would expect. There's some detail. In there to work out.
It starts from the third one, I think.
Break.
Wait, how do we? So I get do this. Let's reduce this to 1,000. April route. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. I'm trying to reduce the data set further so it's
The
easier
next
for us
one,
to isolate.
I think the next one parameter go up. Yeah, I think that's where you try
Oh,
to.
thank you. Yeah, you were right. All right, let's run it one more time. Except this time, B. So this is a FME inspector. It's disabled. What this says is this will actually launch like a thing where you can see the data. It doesn't write the data to anywhere, but you can see the output. So stop. So let me ask you guys this. I mean, is this moving in a direction like you think you're going to be able to use it?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Do you think you guys are in a place where you can take what we've put together so far and run with it on your own?
No.
No? Okay.
We might need you to write out a workflow for this. Might
Okay.
take you a long time.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get it done this week.
I understand the concept, but I'm not quite follow all the steps that you did.
Okay.
So yeah, so we could, like for example, how do we set the parameter? How do we set the condition? Those I'm not quite follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then after this check, you need to regenerate a coordinate of the breakpoint.
Okay.
Yeah, missing from output.
Well, the thing to do is to find cases where the same record ID exists more than once.
The duplicate record ID, right?
Yep.
Can you short it ascending or something?
Yeah, I just did that. It looks like record ID is coming across as a character field.
Oh, I think it tagged. That's why you cannot short it.
Yeah. But even so, it's still a manual slog because now it's in a shape file rather than in a database.
Yeah, no.
They are not in order.
You know.
Yeah.
See, it's by text, so all four and then all three.
Yeah, that's right.
We can short it in round ID because all the round ID is unique.
Yeah, that's
What's
true.
that?
Yeah, princess round ID is unit.
sort numeric. There we go.
Okay, now it's worked.
Still haven't spotted any duplicates though.
Can you check do we have the overlap attribute?
Yeah, I already checked that. But
yeah.
what we're looking at is those that passed. So everything we're looking at
I see.
will be.
I got you.
Anyhow, this way, that way, they're all the same value.
Yeah. It starts from the line on area something. Do you think if
so
we
what do you
take
want
off
to
do? Do you think if we take off the node something, the transformer, the node,
This?
yeah, should we take it off and to test it again to see if we still see the 10, 13 or not?
Okay.
Save that version.
So hey, how did the meeting go this morning? Oh.
No.
And X and Y. Oops, Y. Okay.
But that applied to not only the duplicate, the one that both, all of them. So we do all, because I think we have problem with duplicate filter here, Adam. The reason I think because when you have duplicate, that means you have two duplicates. In one line go to the boundary, it break, it become two new lines, right? And isn't it we have two duplicates, that those two duplicates need to be regenerate the length of those two. When one line cross a boundary, it break at the boundary, it create a new whole brand new two lines, and both of them need calculate the length and coordinate.
Yeah, this is doing that.
I think what Aaron trying to say is that when the line it break to two lines, then we should have a two begin X and two begin Y. That's what it meant, right?
Also for a length calculator, when you duplicates or unique, go there. All duplicates. Okay, I got it. Unique 10,000, duplicate 1,000. Never mind. So are we gonna do? Oh, if we do. Oh, okay, we do for all. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'll take it back.
I think I'm starting to doubt myself. I think you may be onto something, because what we saw was 1,000 come through here, but 13 come through here. That means that the original line work is still making its way through.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I see. Yeah, because this number should be going down.
Yeah, it should go down. Should let in 1,000.
I'm saying that's why I wondering where's the 13 additional route, where's it come from?
It come to break. They should have more than 13. They should have more than 13, because when the one line it break, it become two lines, and both of those lines should go to the duplicates. Then that means the record for the unique it should be less than 1,000 record.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah.
saw from the beginning, but we have problem.
Mm.
I'm not sure why it's create another 13 extra because
You know,
you see
let,
the 10 the
yeah.
1,000.
Could I? I mean, you guys want to get this done this week, right?
I mean, as
Or
soon as
right?
possible.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, I guess I just want to make the point that the reality, these are literally edge cases. I mean, we're talking about a really small portion of the data that has an issue here. And I agree, there may be an issue, but if the goal, just keep in mind our bigger picture goal, right, is to get feedback from the locals about the ownership of roads. And I just want to encourage you to calibrate your effort on getting this sort of, these 13 records out of these 1,000 just right against the against what it is that we're actually trying to achieve here. I don't know, just making a point. We're just trying to create a tool that will allow the locals to get a shapefile that has their streets as we see what their streets to be, and for them to be able to say, yeah, this is in, this is out, this is the ownership is that or this, and maybe even correct the geometry if you're super lucky. Like the likelihood of that honestly is pretty small, but anyhow, just
So our main point is we just want to generate all the shapefile for all cities and counties from the April route, and that's all we need.
Yeah, devil's in the details, isn't it?
I mean, if we can split the line right at the boundary, it's even better, because I believe a lot of city and county, they just maintain whatever within their boundary. They don't maintain anything outside their boundary.
Outside, right. So let me
Error running translation. What does it mean?
Yeah, I started. Okay, 1,000. I took off the I made a change to the duplicate filter. That who knows what it'll do? Maybe it'll thinking about it.
Oh, only 1,000 records. Take quite a bit of time running.
Yeah,
I would recommend that maybe Adam, you might test it on your end, and then give us the workflow and the result.
Yeah, same.
Then we can redo it, and we check to see if everything correct.
Yeah.
You know what? I got to be honest. I don't have any time this week after today, or even after really an hour ago.
Yeah. After this, you don't have any. Man, what's going on?
I think this is as far as I'm going to be able to push it this week. But
yeah, it's still coming out the same.
Okay, and Adam, if we not breaking a line, then could you be able to change this, not break a line at the boundary? Would that doable?
There's a command called spatial relator that I don't understand well enough yet. But this would be the way to do it, is something, use the spatial relator instead of the line on area overlayer. And it's more, yeah, I don't understand it very well. I'd have to press the help and read up on it to understand exactly what it's doing and what all these configurations mean.
And breaking a line, look like breaking a line at the boundary, it give it some issue in here.
Yeah.
So let's say if we want to keep everything simple, we want to clip all around within the boundary that overlap, and ignore all the split and line stuff like that. Are we able to do that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what this thing says it's doing.
The breaking line at boundary.
Yep.
When breaking a line at boundary, there are two things that we have to do. Is first recalculate the length. Second, of the two broken segment. Second is regenerate a lat long for those. Regenerate lat long, I think we can do that in generate lat long.
I've already done that. I've already done that for you here. I mean, regenerating lat long. These two.
But then, but then remember we mentioned there are 1,000 record duplicates. That's not, that number is not correct.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the generating of the coordinates after everything comes out. That these two handle that.
But then the 1,000 record there is skeptical. I think it's something not correct there. The number, but the unique ID should be less than 1,000, and the duplicate value should be increased, not just 13.
Well,
so
I mean,
I think this workflow have some bug in here. But unfortunately, we're not able to resolve it.
If we skip all the duplicate filter or reprojector or whatever, and then we skip the whole transformer over there, we just connect straight from the line on area into the output. Is that going to give us all the shapefile within the county and cities?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all we need.
And then you can recalculate the length.
Yes, I think that's all we need, Aaron. As soon as it can come out to the lat long. I mean, it's because our main point we're gonna clip all the boundary, right?
Yeah, but after that, Quinn, I agree with you. If we can get that shapefile and then we go each of the individual shapefile, we calculate the lat long, for each of the line, that would also work.
Because right now, if we try to split the line, it's gonna, we had the issue right here. It's not doable.
The line
this is
split.
Splitting the line.
I think the line less split. The line less split at the boundary with this workflow. This flow will split the line at the boundary.
Yeah, at least the documentation. I mean, honestly, you should look at the output to.
Yeah, I agree. I think when my understanding is this workflow Adam did doing right now is split the line at the boundary, but we have an issue of recalculate the length of that split line and generate the lat long coordinate. But generate lat and long, we can do it in ArcGIS or even GeoMedia, and also the length. We can calculate a length recalculate a length in ArcGIS or GeoMedia, but the tricky for length, it has to be reprojected in order to calculate length. We have to. Can
we just skip the split line, split the rail?
No, that's why I'm saying earlier. I asked Adam if we can skip that one, just skip the overlap. Everything is same.
We just need the shapefile for each city and county.
Adam, unfortunately, not. I agree. It seems like an easier analysis, but the transformer isn't set up that way.
Doesn't give that option?
I mean, the option's there, I'm sure. It's just a matter of setting it up right.
It's just beyond our capability at this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to say that one.
Look, this is the alternative transformer to line on area overlayer. It's a spatial relator.
But
And you need to and I read through the help on this thing, and it didn't make as much sense to me as the line on area overlayer, so I went with that.
oh, okay. You know what, Adam? Just wrap it up. Just delete all the coordinate and duplicates. Just the simple workflow that you had earlier. Just the split line, whatever. Get a shapefile.
Okay.
Quinn, what did you think in here, Quinn?
I think just forget about the lat long. Okay, so
Yeah.
if the overlay thing is give you the split, we fine. We take that split. We don't need the LS. We don't need the lat long. I think we can, after we have the shape file, we can redissect to the April route, and then from that April route, I think we can get the LS key. We already have the LS key. We need the measures in the lat long. So
We
I
have to
think from the
regenerate
shape
that
file,
Yeah,
we have to regenerate the coordinates.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine, Adam. Just go ahead. I think Quinn and I are on the same page now. That just forget about recoordinate gel, lat long, beginning, lat end, or beginning and end coordinates and the length. Just split the line. That's it, and get a shape file. That's all we need. Like, so just go back to our original, your original workflow.
Okay. I think it's this, right?
Yeah, just that, and you don't need coordinate extractor. You don't need anything.
Well, there's no harm in this. This is going to give you your begin and end lat longs, your new ones.
No,
you want them?
No, we don't. Because
you sure?
Yeah, we don't want them because we regenerate it after we get each of the files, county and city shapefile. We regenerate that lat long for each of those because this one it doesn't generate the split line. The lat long of the split line. Would it?
Yeah. This will split the line.
Oh, Quinn, if that's the case, then we can save that step. Okay.
Okay.
Give that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we have the workflow for this?
Yeah. I mean, this is it. This is the workflow. Right here.
Queen wanted on writing or something. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't follow. I didn't follow all the steps that you did.
Okay. I think
it's all right here.
Okay.
You overlay routes on top of cities. The routes inherit the attributes from cities and splits the routes where they cross city boundaries. And then we calculate new lat long coordinates for the begin and end of each segment, and we shove it into a separate shapefile for each city and county.
Okay. I'll look at the video again. So a quick question for you. So on the transformer line on area, the two bottom one it called area and rejected. Why they have the little yellow arrow over there?
Because they're not connected to anything.
Okay.
So if we had an area, we would these would be polygon features sourced from here that have attributes of lines. And rejected, I don't know. I mean, if it's interesting, we could put a inspector on it and see if anything gets rejected. You want to do that?
I guess we're gonna play around with it.
Okay.
Hey, man, it's
I think we're good.
I think we got this time to send us this, and we.
Look, this is going to create your shape files very quickly. That's the main thing.
Okay.
All right, let me email this thing to you right now before we finish the call. I'm gonna